Morning, Daryl. Again, part 3 of my monologue. It's 3:50. Actually, it's 3:31 in the morning. How about that? Still November 1st, 2023, Weaver Genesee, Roseman, California. Yeah, 'cause I saw that posting that got taken out like crazy, and I wanted to comment about it, and it opened up a floodgate on this one here, pal. That's what happens in recovery. Give me a second here. I gotta get breakfast down my throat. Well, I really wasn't going about to be eating a banana in front of you now, was I? I mean, after all, it's only about 3:32 in the morning. My stomach's been driving me crazy ever since I've been up since about 2. We have a hell of a thing to go through in recovery. 4 steps, bringing out everything and anything. My God, the stories we can tell. You raised an interesting situation there because my brother had interesting stories to tell me about the military. And some of the stories are going to be bringing to my grave. But how he got into the military and into the United States Navy's elite, he had told that thing too many damn times to people. Sometimes I wasn't ever sure if he was real or not on that. But there was a couple of people who actually did verify him. And I tended to trust their recommendations at this point. So I knew my brother was a SEAL. And he had done things in the military that he wasn't allowed to say because of classification. And when I actually had veterans at stand down to vouch for my brother, but they're gone now. Even my brother's former commanding officers in boot, they're dead. Unfortunately, God rest their souls. I still have the class book when he was still in the boot. I'm not losing that damn book. That's valuable to me. But what you were talking about, concerning about the specialized group of the SEALs, my God, dude. I kept wondering how come you had to have that thing pulled. Unless, of course, you were trying to get it clarified. And I would agree with you on that one. I'd like to see the video what the hell you were going to be talking about. But I know you're indicating about Gaza. I wouldn't put it past him. I would not put it past him. If it had to be done, then we'd do it. If it was going to be safeguarding lives, it had to be. Especially American lives right now as it is. I'm not going to argue about it. But I wouldn't talk about it any further on that one. And knowing just a scant knowledge of what I know about them, Daryl, it's hard enough for me to talk about some things I feel uncomfortable with. My brother's history and my brother's past was one of those damn things. And I know it's a trigger right there. It's a major trigger right there. Like dealing with Ma and Grandma and Aunt May and every other kind of story. I'm remembering about the family. The reason why I keep doing my channel is to talk about them, to help me with my own memories and their legacies to be living on. And my brother, he had given me so much information. I'm not even putting it on video, not as much anyway. You kidding me? I'll, I'll just let God deal and sort it out. That's all it is. If I had undergone the shit my brother did, I might as well kill myself in the process. Try to sound flippant about it, but the shit he went through, my God. I had some respect for my brother when he came out of the military, when he was that screwed up in the head. And I saw him go through hell, dude. And I saw him close away through the recovery program. And then listening to what he was talking about. Shit he couldn't tell me along the way before getting into the program because he was still that screwed up in the head. And then I started discovering about it all throughout my life. At times I envied him. I envied my brother. I wanted to be like him. But I knew I couldn't be him. Despite the shit he went through. I'd wish I had gone in the military to understand what the hell he was talking about. He had been through a hell of a lot. He had a hell of a journey. Sometimes that journey almost took his life. But I was trying to also take his dignity and his self-respect and his honor. Some of the decisions he had to make weren't the right ones. But he loved his country. He loved the Navy. He loved the SEALs. He was fiercely devoted and fiercely loved us all in the family. I couldn't ask for a better brother. I'd watch his six all the way through hell and back if I had to. I think I did. I'd watch his six, he'd watch mine. I'd walk him through a recovery on this. Only to discover I had to walk through it myself. I miss the fuck out of him. Every damn day. Him and Mama. Him and Mama. Daryl, it's hard when you lose people, and we both know it. We both know how it feels. That close. That close. Oh yeah, we both know it too damn well. And talking about his history in a little bit of detail there. I still have to from time to time. I remember more about his history than I remember about my own mother. There was a lot of things about her I never knew about. And some of the stuff when I started discovering it, I'm like, this is not for public viewing. She was a hard-ass woman at times when she had to be. I still loved her a great deal. I'll tell you something, Daryl. It was a privilege of being a caregiver, both of them, before they passed. I didn't give a shit about how hard it was. But let me get that back. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. There have been times I wasn't sure what the hell we're doing with Ma last few years of her life. I had thought at the time of putting her into a home. And David had it too. But we both made the commitment. Going back to when Grandma was going through her shit, Ma did everything she could to take care of Aunt May and Grandma before they passed away, both of them. She did everything she could. It was the hardest damn times we ever lived through. One of them, anyway. But she wasn't going to have anybody in a nursing home. She saw firsthand how Aunt May was treated. Aunt May had lost the love of her life, Uncle Al. And when he died, part of her died too, and she wanted to die. She lived with him for decades. They're inseparable. Aunt May was like a year or two older than Grandma. And when Ma and I saw Aunt May, she was a withered old woman in a nursing home waiting to die. We rescued her and got her back home. We had seen Aunt May and Uncle Al one time together, like a few years earlier. So when I heard about Uncle Al died, I don't know what the hell happened. Uncle Bill stepped in, took over for care, and put Aunt May into a nursing home. Ma and I saw her, and she was a vegetable. She didn't recognize anybody. We took her home with us to Arleta. This was back in the mid-70s. No, earlier than that. Other than that, it's about 70s, 74, 75. Aunt May went living with Grandma and Bill. And of course, they got on each other's nerves, but Aunt May was going through a lot of grieving during that time. So yeah, she was a mean old lady during that time. She was just dealing with a lot of anger and a lot of bitter feelings. A lot of it. Seeing Aunt May that way, I thought she was a mean old lady, but I still loved her anyway. It came down to a point where Ma and I had to be moving over, and David, over from North Hollywood over to Arleta back in '76, and we had the car accident. But we made the commitment during that time to have Grandma and Aunt May with us. They'd stay at the place in Arleta, and Dave and I were doing the last run, we thought. Last run of the damn car until we wrecked this son of a bitch. Turned a full-size station wagon into a subcompact in about 2 seconds. That's a lot of momentum impact, I'll tell you that much. Engine damn near came right into our laps. I damn near died, but I'm still alive. And after that, from 76 to 79, Aunt Grandma and Aunt May, they stayed at home. A lot of ambulance trips. Several trips over to the church services we went to. Yeah, I miss her. Crawled up on her lap. She was just looking. What are you doing? Grabbed her by the face and said, I don't care how mean you are, I still love you. I guess for a minute she saw Uncle Al. I gotta think that way. I think for one moment she saw Uncle Al on my face. And then she cried like hell. But she changed for a better person. I broke her and I never even realized it. I didn't realize my nature at that time was that charming. And she became my best friend. We played cards together. We played cards together. It was hard as hell that she died on my birthday, or minutes after my birthday ended. Oh yeah. Long stories going to be coming out of this damn thing. I have to keep it short if I have to. Not sweet, but just short. I never wanted to see anybody else locked up like that again. I never did. Neither had Ma, and neither had David. So when Grandma was at home with us, and we were taking care of her and struggling like crazy for a long while. That's why sometimes there was a pain in the ass dealing with her. But she was still grandma, and I loved her a great deal. I just couldn't understand this damn Fred situation. Ma tried to explain it to me. That was an old boyfriend of hers a long time ago. And her brain, my grandma's brain, would switch back. Because half her brain wasn't working because of a stroke, just kind of fizzled out in her head. The rest of the brain was still working. The left side was dead because the right side of the brain was dead. The left brain was still working, so the right side of the body was working. That's how it works in biology. Don't ask me why. And because of that, some of her memories were screwed up like crazy grandma's. She kept calling out for Fred. We didn't know who the hell Fred was. Mama knew. Mama knew. They had conversations with each other when Grandma was lucid enough. Ma was telling us about Fred, an old boyfriend of hers back in the days in Tinton, Minnesota. I guess those two were actually a pair. Because she kept calling for him and just wanted to see Fred. But Fred'd been dead, gone, buried, God knows what else. Kept telling her, it's not Fred's not here. I want to see Fred. Fred's not here, Grandma. I still want to see him. He's not here. Keep arguing with her about that damn shit. Grandma, will you shut up already? We're trying to watch TV in here. Oh, God, that was bad. Oh, smack upside the head with that mom. Oh, anyway. When Grandma died, she didn't die at home. She died at a Catholic hospital nearby. Holy Cross. She had been there a couple of times. But she passed away, I think, either between 82 or 83, somewhere in that time. At Grandma's memorial, and we had a reception at home. Dave asked, actually, Ma asked David and made him promise. And David brought me into it and made him promise. Made me promise to him, to Ma, that we would never put Ma into a nursing home. Ever. We never want to see Ma ended up like Aunt May. We said, okay, no problem. Decades later, we were toying around with that damn idea. When Ma's health started to deteriorate back in the San Fernando Valley, she was losing a few customers here and there. Didn't know why. Ma's mental. She was losing it a little bit there and there. Her health struggled. We got into Antelope Valley, got even worse. A few times at the hospital, or a lot of times at the doctor's office, just to see what the hell was going on with her. She had gotten through tests, gotten through thyroid examinations, had to deal with hyperthyroid, had to deal with diabetes, heart condition, and she was losing clients left and right. Major one, too. Breadwinner. The rent maker. My situation happening at Blue Cross didn't help the matter much either. I damn near killed myself. Yeah, came close to it, dude. Long stories on those, and they're also in my previous videos. Some were buried in the wind logs. I'm thinking back to this stuff because it's getting closer and closer to the holiday season. I'm starting to get more and more stuff out and memorized and told about, memorialized actually. I'm scared. I've been through death before once, and actually 3 times up and 3 times back, but still call it once or three, however you want to see it. Open heart surgery is not fun for a 4-year-old kid trying to survive it. Valves leaking, surgeons had to fix one, patch one up, left the other one alive. Kept dying in them too many damn times. I'm getting older and remembering more and more about this stuff. It's scaring the hell out of me. I like living, but man, I miss my family too damn much. I miss them too damn much. So it gets closer and closer to the holiday seasons. It gets worse and worse. Mom's been gone for over 10 years, and I still can't deal with Christmas without my big brother to walk me through this damn stuff. There's no way I can deal with this. And he's been gone since 5 years. Getting back to Ma, when Dave and I were taking care of her for the last few years of her life, she was in bed. We moved into an apartment complex back in, what the hell was it, 07, 08? And we're damn near for 5 years more. I'll lose track on that one. She was in bed, a hospital bed. The only time she was actually ever be put into another facility was because of a slip and fall she had at a hospital. They couldn't keep her there. Her insurance wouldn't keep her there. She had to go to a rehab place for about a month to learn how to walk again. So about a month, Dave and I had to be at a facility and see how Mom was doing. Sometimes I'd take time off of work. I was working at Walmart at the time. And let's see, from 2007 through 2012. So during that time, Ma was, what was it, about 2010, I think? About 2010 or 2009. Hard to keep track of this stuff. She had a slip and fall at the hospital. She was in bed for about a week. No one was exercising her muscles. She was trying to get over her pneumonia. She got over a bug. It kind of crippled her a little bit. But they weren't moving her muscles. They were atrophying. So we tried to pick her up from the bed, put her into a chair. She was right on the ground. She didn't break anything, but man, she broke her pride. Oh, she was pissed. Oh, she was pissed. Kaiser, she had at the time, couldn't keep her in there. But they would authorize another facility for her to be at to recover. So she did. The facility out in Sun Valley for that one. Place my brother used to work at a long time ago. Long story, I know what I think. Anyway. Dave would see her every single day. Dave would make sure that everything was done. I had to work my ass off at a company I didn't like. Last job I had and damn near killed me in that place. When I stayed there for about a month, got home, she was actually able to walk a little bit, but she still had to be put back in bed again. She was broken inside. We found out there was a favorite cousin of ours, and that was her getting on her nerves and was breaking her heart a great deal more than we realized. Can't tell you how many times we kept rushing her over to the damn heart, over to the hospital for her heart. I guess her subconscious was trying to kill her at that time. She couldn't deal with the grieving. She couldn't deal with the pain. She gave up on life. She gave up on everything. I mean, she would appreciate us a lot of the times. And it was hard as hell to see Ma in a bed like this. It was like seeing Grandma back in the bed. And we would have lost Ma there too. We didn't recognize any signs that she was going to die or dying in front of us. And then Dave had to do life support on her. Shit, she's doing the death ground. We're taking the dogs out for a walk. We'll come back and we're doing 911 on her, and Dave's breathing oxygen in her face, shoving it down her throat. I'm trying to get things ready for the guys to come in to get her taken care of. Fought like about a half an hour before they got her stabilized enough to get over to the hospital and get her on life support. But shit, that was it. That was it. She wasn't coming back home. And the day before she passed away, Dave and I had visited a special respiratory nursing home out in North Hollywood. We didn't realize the promise that we had. Actually, we did realize the promise we had, but this was getting way beyond. She should have been dead already. She should have been dead on the first day that she was passing away on February 1st, 2013. It would have been that. That was it. No. We had to fight to keep her alive. We had to fight to keep her alive. We had forgotten that when she was in the recovery place, trying to recover from that slip and fall I just mentioned, that she signed a advanced medical directive. And we had it buried. We had buried it with special paperwork we would keep for posterity. We thought it would be a good place for us to remember it. Wasn't. So when she was passing away, we didn't think about it at the time. We kept thinking about what Ma was leaving us. Ma was dying. What the hell were we supposed to do? Holy shit, we were going through shit during that time. We were going through shit during that time, Daryl. When you fight like hell to take care of a family that you love a great deal, it changes you a great deal more ways than you realize. More than I ever realized. I didn't know what the hell was going on those days. All I know is I was losing Ma, and after that, Dave and I were left. And the grieving in the morning, we put it aside. We were on survival mode. We were getting evicted in the process. Before Ma passed away, we were the company that the apartment company. Try that again. The apartment that we rented from this management corporation was trying to get rid of us. We had been rented a few years already in this handicapped place. The only place they actually had equipped for handicaps. They couldn't modify another available places. Nope. They wanted ours. So, in fact, just like crazy, make up the issues. Me and my brother fought him in court right after Ma passed. We got a settlement. We got the hell out of there. We had to deal with Ma and the passing, and we had to go to meeting halls like crazy just to deal with the grieving. We had to get out of ourselves like crazy, but we didn't go through the process, Daryl. We didn't go through the process. There's no way in hell we're going to be getting through that damn thing without going through the process. How the hell were we supposed to be going through the damn shit? There's a hell of a lot of anger still and frustration over that, I'll tell you. Still trying to deal with it right now as it is. You're dealing with death, you're dealing with mourning, you're dealing with grieving, you're dealing with this shit like crazy. How the hell are we supposed to be dealing with it? One day at a time, 1 minute at a time. And when the memories come, the feelings go crazy, the roller coaster, the depression, everything else kicks in. I'm supposed to go into a class today. I woke up in sweats. I mean, I was sweating up a storm. It's about 37 degrees out here. To you, it's probably 37 degrees. But still, I'm sweating up a storm. I don't know. Something made me triggered to do all these videos, dude. I had to talk about Dave. I had to talk about Ma. I'm going to be talking a lot more about him. Holiday season's coming up and I need something to do. I need something to get my head wrapped around something. And today is November 1st. We got Thanksgiving coming up. Thanksgiving's a major thing. And the next month is December. What's December? Christmas. I'm having a hard time trying to deal with that one, dude. So I have to take time off from school just for today. I'm not going to be able to come in today.